what would happen if we had an extra $100? So I'm going to bring the program up, back up on the screen. And let's say they had an extra $200 come in from upgrading their card. So we're going to reset the account. We're going to put John and Rebecca Jones on here, and we're going to show you how amazing this is. So we're going to go down here, put John and Rebecca Jones in, and tell you what they're doing. So when John and Rebecca Jones paying off their debt, they have a mortgage, they have a credit card, and they have a car loan. So we're going to put this on as soon as it loads here. All right, there we go. All right, now let's take a look at their accounts. I'll show you how amazing this is. They have an auto loan of $25,000 at 4%, Visa at $2,000, they owe at 21%, and a mortgage of $200,000 at a whopping 6%. All right, so they have a total liabilities of $227,000. Here's what's amazing. The program has already figured out, even before they made their first payment, how much interest they will not pay. $179,393. $179,393 in interest. That's their potential interest savings. And because of this interest savings, without changing their budget, they'll be able to pay off all of their debt in 7.7 years. Look at that. The same budget they use to qualify for their 30-year loan is the same budget they're going to use to get out of debt in 7.7, because we focus in on how much interest they're going to save. No other program on the planet does that. Okay, that's where we
I got a
focus.
question.
Go right ahead.
In this scenario here,
Yes.
the system is calculating the best path of getting out of debt.
Right.
So it wouldn't make sense for to throw in some personal interest and maybe paying the car loan off earlier than the actual loan itself, or the credit card off earlier than the car.
Sinister, if you promise to tell people I didn't pay you to ask that question, I'll answer that question for you.
No, man, listen. I'm trying to get out because, after 17 years of service with my job,
Yeah.
they decided that their bottom line wanted to go in a different way. And so one day short of my 17th service anniversary with working with T-Mobile, they let me go. But, I know God is great, and he moves things out of the way so that better things can come.
Right.
And so that's why our paths crossing at this time, I know it's God doing things. And so I'm not one to leave questions unanswered. I want to know. And I know there's other people that want to know that same question.
Okay.
And so I yield the mic.
All right. So here's what we're doing. So we're going to go straight to that. So listen, Sinstra, you heard of the snowball method and paying off debt, right?
I have.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you where the program is going to take us in this 7.7 years and how it's going to get there. And when you say it gives you the best path, that's the best path today. If something happens tomorrow, we have to recalculate everything and give new instructions. So the program takes live data, input live data, and says, oh, this is the new data. This is how much we paid for our electricity this month, as opposed to what we paid last month. So we have to update everything in the program just for that one change. Okay. And we're going to give you some new information as to what to do. So we're going to go into the action plan here and take a look at what John and Rebecca Jones are doing starting out in December. All right. So John gets paid $950 here. All right. The mortgage is $1,199.10. And every time he gets paid, all right, he gets paid his $950. He hits that line. He executes it. He tells the program, this is how much I got paid, right? And then when he does that, it disappears from the screen because he received his paycheck, he executed it, it's no longer there. If we go into the accounts, we can see that his bank account started at, we take a look at the history, $500. We just put in $950 into the program, and now it's $1,450. So it matches everything at the bank. When he tells the program, I received $950 at the bank, he puts it into his virtual checking account so it matches exactly what he has at his bank at Wells Fargo or whatever your bank is. Okay, it's right there. So we tell the program how much you have in the bank. So once we do that, guess what? Now there's enough money to pay the mortgage and then to pay the utilities. And then the program starts to put small amounts of money away in savings where you see these little arrows. That's like getting your GPS unit telling you where to turn. So the program says on the 5th of the month, at this point, you have $100 in your checking account that you don't need for anything else this month. Take that $100.90, put it into your savings account and leave it there. Pay the phone bill. Rebecca gets a paycheck. Now take your $588.72 out of your checking account, put it in your savings account, and leave it there. And then you say, well, when is the program? There's no extra money going to the debt in December or January. But look here, when we get down to February, it says pay off the Visa and put $1,116.98 on the mortgage. So we know that we're paying off the Visa. So to answer your question, Centra, here's what we're going to take a look at. If we go into the accounts, all right, I'm going to need your help on this. We go to the accounts, we're going to pay off that Visa, and our minimum payment is $50.88. So if we're following debt snowball theory, now we have $50.88 that's no longer going to the Visa. Where do we add that payment to? Which loan do we add it to, the car loan, or do we add it to the mortgage if we're following debt snowball theory, like the guy in Tennessee says?
Mortgage.
If you're doing debt snowball theory.
Oh, if you're doing snowball theory,
yeah,
it would go to the car.
All right, because it's the smaller loan, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you asked, what if we choose the car over the mortgage or whatever, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so if we could actually focus on this 5-year loan here, we could pay this off in 2 years. Wouldn't that feel good to pay off the $25,000 in 2 years instead of 5?
Absolutely.
We take that $460 plus the $50, and now we can add it all to the mortgage. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Let me show you something that we put in here that nobody has seen before because no one asked this question before. We're going to go over here in the program. Okay, we're going to go back to our action plan. Okay, we're going to go over here to where it says preferences. I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to go to preferences. When I click on preferences, guess what? I can click on where it says program focus settings. No other program has this on the planet, man. And now the program says the focus is on automatic. The program chooses which loan. But if we want, we can tell it, I want to choose which loan. If we pay off that credit card, we want to take the $50.83 and put it on the auto loan. And we want to focus on the auto loan for the next 2 years and pay it off. Okay, so I'm going to override the program, sir. We're going to choose auto loan. I need you to watch the 7.7 years, and I need you to watch the $179,393 we're supposed to save in interest when I choose auto loan as the next loan to pay off. Watch what happens. Program updates. Tell me what just happened, sir, when it updates on your side. How long is it going to take us to pay off the debt now?
We're from 7.7 to 7.8.
Wow. It's actually going to take longer?
Yes.
So, and we were saving $179,000 in interest. Now we're only saving $177,000. So it's going to cost us $2,000 to pay the car off
our way.
2 years early.
Instead of doing it the system way, doing it our way, we pay more money.
We're going to pay more money. Now, if I told you that on a street corner, would you ever believe it?
No, nobody would.
Okay.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L. method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.